Okay.
All right.
There. See?
Pause for poetry, everyone.
Okay.
All right. So there was a reunion recently of Radio Free Leroy's. Used to be a monthly poetry reading series at the Pioneer Square Saloon, and it was a memorial for the curator, Amber Curtis, who died. And one of the people who used to read, whose poetry was read at this reunion at Cafe Racer, was Greg Hischak. So I pulled something out of Companion that I have that is Greg Hischak. The prodigal sock sits and spins in the big picture. I found this picture of you waving from the front porch in your blue dress, your mouth frozen in some seemingly eternal vow. For the life of me, I can't recall what it was you said pacing those worn porch boards on that last afternoon. Extinction means always having to say you're sorry. I am thinking of your socks, your favorite socks, lime green with red trim around the top, the ones that graced your feet that last afternoon. Those most favored socks, moving from feet to hamper, to washer, to dryer, to hamper, dumped across the bed, and only then the discovery made that one of those lime green socks had treacherously vanished. Somewhere within the confines of that warm, rotating drum, the partnership was terminated. Now unmatched, an ambling solo in places unknown, on some seemingly random agenda, drifting from Kenmore to Kenmore around this blue-green planet.
Blame the cats. Blame the cats.
Poor sock. Lime green with red trim, moving mysteriously, moving with the perky cadence of a strolling continent. Poor sock. Consider Australia. Australia drifting slowly away from his India, stealing toward South America's inviting white breasts, snow-covered tectonic uplifts beckoning across warm blue seas. Consider India, poor India. A jeweled tear rolls down her dusty brown cheek, dancing her sad little Precambrian jig along those newly opened shores. Right, Australia, right? Won't you? Won't you? If you love a continent, let it go. If it loves you, the continent will come back. If it doesn't, it was never your continent to begin with. Tectonics means always having to say, where am I? Extinction means living in constant preparation of saying goodbye. The mouth in its constant readiness to ply through those elongated vowels and bitter consonants while I am thinking about it. Goodbye. The final disappearance of the horned Bolivian terrier moth, the demise of the Antiguan Boolean wheel, the mastodon having disappeared moments ago. Poor wheel. These passings in themselves regrettable and fill me with the desire to say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Our own spin into oblivion and silence, the quiet yawning mouth of extinction. I'm sorry. Remember, extinction means always having to say, I'm sorry. Inevitably, choices are made for me because I refuse to make them for myself. For this, I am sorry. Allow me to apologize. Out of that warm void of extinction, my mouth frozen in some eternal apology. Apology. You see, first, there is a crack. The crack fills with ocean, and the ocean clouds with lint. The waters, dry to salt, are pulled apart by mountains ground down to scree and flooded again by ocean again and again and again, without even a brief question and answer period. When it is over, it will begin again. I am thinking of your socks, poor socks, lime green socks with red trim rolling past the windows of our dryer. Listen, we are all whirling past the portholes of our dryer, to be engaged and occasionally hugged as we tumble by. If you have missed even one of us, then you will have to wait. If you are tired of standing, then of course you may sit. Eventually we surface on some future cycle, having completed our seemingly random agenda. We have come back. One day India hears a scratch at the door. Opening it, he will find her Australia, curled and shriveling. Skinny and prodigal, her Australia has returned. One night, you may remove your blue dress, pull back the quilt and the comforter and flannels and sheets, and there I will be, your prodigal sock. Return. Nothing is eternal, neither our vows of undying love nor the demise of that love. Nothing. Look, I have surfaced from graves of permia and gravel, of quilt and comforter, only to say, hi, I have come back. I have brought pictures of me waving and telling you everything. Look here, pictures of me waving, telling you everything that I forgot to tell you the first time. Oh!